Alright, we'll start with Spell Defender, and let's see what we got going on here. Select Arena, survive 30 waves to unlock new difficulties in arenas. Okay, there's a bunch of different difficulties. We got 3 arenas it looks like, so we'll go ahead and check out this first one, see how it plays out. I am using a controller. Okay, so we have like a magic attack that looks like a pink cloud being shot out of you. Okay. Okay, learn new spell. Wind Boomerang. Fire projectile as it returns back to you. Deals damage. Everything goes through. Frostball. Fires a rolling frostball that deals more damage per enemy hit. Frost Nova. Deal damage and slow enemies. And Heat Beams. Fire heat beams at nearby enemies dealing damage at short intervals. Okay, I don't know. I kind of like... I kind of like the whole either Wind Boomerang or Frostball. Let's try Wind Boomerang. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, it takes forever to... Okay, so your attacks automatically go off. So now we gotta kind of time those correctly, right? And the clock on that one is kind of slow. I hope they're not all that slow, because that's not very high paced for your attacks. I was expecting something faster than that. Frost Orbit, ice orbits around you, damage and slowing. Okay, wind, spell projectile, fire piercing projectiles whenever you cast a spell. Punch Fervor, increase magic damage. Okay, stacking buff. Wind Tornado Trail, increase duration. Leave a trail of tornadoes that deal damage. Why don't we go along with the whole wind theme and let's do wind spell projectile. Okay, yeah, that gives us a boost on our little magic beam cloud thing, whatever it's shooting out of our hands. So far, so good as far as how easy it is. Difficulty is not very hard. We're sticking with our spells. Increase the amount of boomerangs launched. Okay. Reduce cooldown, projectile damage. Let's do more wind boomerang. New enemy type turret. Fires projectiles towards the player. Okay, so this might add a little difficulty to it. Gives us something we have to dodge. It doesn't look like we can destroy the bullets either, so it's going to take a lot of dodging. Okay. Let's go with wind spell projectile. That'll reduce our cooldown, which I think we'll need. Okay, so running around. Ooh, what's that guy that's what is this guy up there? Ah, get off me. This guy, what is he? I don't know. I don't know if we got something from him or not. I don't like that your special attack just automatically goes off. You know, I wish I had some control over that. Okay, we just picked up a coin of some sort. Okay, so we have 82 coins, 3 rolls, 300. Okay, yeah. Okay, we don't have any win choices, so we're gonna go with... We can do Earth Twister. That's kind of wind-based, right? Gain speed, deal damage, knockback, or we could do Frost Nova. Or Frost Echo. Spawn Frost Explosion on all nearby enemies in an area, or deal damage to slow enemies in a large area. Let's do Frost Nova. And I didn't read what that new one was, but I'm guessing that's our new enemy, and looks like it explodes and causes almost like a corrosive damage. Makes the ground uninhabitable for a bit. Wind spell projectile, we want wind boomerang, or we could do magic punch. Increase number of punches, increase cast speed and damage. I think let's just go ahead and do that one. Oh yeah, I guess that's a couple extra. Kind of want to get these guys going around. Oh, do we have turret guys on the outside as well? Is that what I'm seeing? Alright, so far it's still pretty tame. I haven't really felt like I'm in danger at all. Okay, choose spell upgrade. Let's do another magic punch. New enemy type, a roller. Fast enemy with low health. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. And now we're kind of stuck in there. Ugh. Don't like that. Game over. Did something hit me? Alright, so that was... Once you get, like, in there, it's kind of hard to break out. That's why I wish you could, you had control over your special abilities, because that would be a perfect time to just, like, blast your way out. Once you get surrounded, you're dead. So, the main part so far looks like it's keep moving and don't get surrounded, so... You would think that if you had better control over your special abilities, that wouldn't be as much of an issue. So we're going to try this again, see where it takes us. Okay, back to that. Oh, wait, we can turn autocast off. Wait a minute, it says autocast on, so... I'm going to turn autocast off, and I don't know what buttons that's going to do, so that may be bad. As we're trying to figure out what the buttons are, because it's made for keyboard and mouse, which I would hate to play it that way, but we'll see if it has enough optimization for this to work. Okay, pull enemies towards you now. We'll try wind vacuum, so. Okay, so that's dodge. We actually have a dodge button. Okay. Alright, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn how to play this now that it's not automatic. There we go, there we go. Okay. Alright, so this may actually be a bit more interesting now that we have figured out some things. I'm not the quickest on the uptake with these, okay? Reflect damage taken back to attacker based on your max health. Increase life regeneration. Life siphon, a percent of your damage will heal you. Kind of like that one. Okay, and that is a passive one, so we don't have to worry about pressing it. I would prefer to have the timer up higher on the screen instead of having to look down at it. Have it more into field of vision of what you're actually attacking. Increased number of punches. Okay, we did that one before. Increased life healed. We're not getting hit yet, so I'm not going to do life siphon. Let's do... Increased damage, area of effect, and duration. Wind tornado. 1D magic punch. New enemy type is a turret. Okay. We know the turret. Mm-hmm. Alright, so... Okay, we're going back to Magic Punch. We could do Wind Tornado or Life Siphon. Okay, it's not giving us any different ones, so let's go Magic Punch again. This level, we don't have any new enemies. I think it's the next one. I wish that, okay, so you're working on the twin sticks, and I kind of wish that it was like a lot of games where it's twisting the body, not your gun, and I wish it was the opposite, where it was targeting where you want to go, instead of having to run, basically your character's running backwards shooting. Okay, Earth Twister. Let's do Magic Blast. New enemy type, Bomber. Okay. Alright, well that was... Okay, that's Magic Blast. So that must have been that thing that we just picked up, whatever that was. That was a pretty cool little, Let's try up in this magic blast thing. See, like, your character's having to run backwards doing it, and it doesn't feel... It feels like you're constantly just being backed into everything, which, I mean, technically you are, as opposed to being able to just change where the direction that you're shooting. I don't know what that thing was that was running around, and we didn't kill it quick enough. So I don't know. I'm for a couple bucks, I guess, can't complain too much so far, but the optimization nowadays, I don't see how you make a game like this now and it not be completely optimized for a controller. Doesn't, like, in this market, it doesn't make sense, you know? For me, I'm not good with a mouse and keyboard, especially with games like this, you know? So, I don't know. It may just be that bias that I have against it, but I feel like nowadays that shouldn't be an issue. And instead, it causes an issue. Okay, and now we're stuck. Yeah, see, you get stuck in there, and there's absolutely nothing you can do, because even your special attacks don't knock them back or anything, so... Alright, we're going to do this one more time, and that should be enough to give an overall view on whether this game is worth getting or not. So far, I'm not entirely impressed. I don't know if I would continue to play it. There's definitely better ones in the genre, and for not much more as far as cost goes. So yes, I'm not thoroughly impressed. Frost Nova. Let's do this. Frost Nova. Oh, and it has auto cast on again. So it doesn't save your settings either. So each game you have to change it back. That's awesome. Yeah, nothing like that. So we're just gonna keep it on. Screw it, right? Yeah, that's how they have it automatically set. That's how we'll automatically play it. See if it makes any difference whatsoever. So, I don't know. It's only a couple bucks on Steam if you want to waste some time. If it's on sale, definitely get it. You know, if you can get it for like $1, then hey. But so far, this doesn't impress me enough to want to keep playing it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and spend 10 hours on this game. There's other games that are like this that are, I find, to be more enjoyable and have better control. Because I think that's a big part of it for games like this for me, is how well you can control your character. And this has definitely some lacking issues, especially when you compare it to other twin stick shooters and stuff. It feels like you're doing the opposite of what you should be doing, and you would think it'd just be easy enough for them to say, hey, let's all these other games are pretty successful doing something, why don't we at least do it that way. There's enough to be said about making your game get different, but control-wise, doesn't necessarily help. Like, when I'm spinning this stick, that should be changing the direction of my shot. Instead of having to shift both of them to get where I want my shot to be. It's like I'm not controlling the attack the way that I should be able to. Choose enhancement. Alright. Cast speed, increased frost damage, increased earth damage, increased wind damage. Let's frost damage since we're doing that. And so yeah, so when I'm not having that control over, like, I mean, you have control, but not having that sense of control over where you're shooting as much as you would in another game, it takes away from it. You know, it's I don't know, it's not something that I'm enjoying. Definitely could use something else on that. And that may also just be, I also don't like that we're on what wave, cast speed, life regen, cast speed. We're on wave 6 and enemies are able to outrun you. So some of them, that's fine. Like these are fine if they catch up, right? They're short and everything, but like the next round I think we get the rollers, and once they catch up to you, you're pretty much toast. So all we can do is this frost one, hope that we... Okay, so it's not this level, I think it's the next one that we get the rollers. Feels like we have a lot more turrets on this level than we had before. So I don't know if that's the amount is random either, or if it's like a set amount per wave. Because like we definitely feels like we have more on this than we had before. And it seems that they actually shift their location, which is actually, I think, is pretty good, instead of having them completely stationary. So I'll give them that much. use some better range on that. Alright. Punch fervor, increase magic damage. No, I want distance. I want to keep doing this. That's going to affect slow because we got these rollers that are going to catch up with us real quick here. And once they catch up with us, we are toast. So picking certain things are definitely key in this. Like having the when the rollers are there, having that blast and slowing them down just enough, that I think was key there, because the other times we faced them, we had no defense really against them. So I guess once you learn what's on each wave, then you can kind of determine what you're going to need. But I don't think there should be a specific build that you have to make to be able to beat it. And that's the point of having all these choices, right? So I don't know. While standing still, increase cast speed. I don't think we're standing still at any point on this. That would make no sense given how quickly you die. Increase elemental damage, chance to create an illusion that casts a spell, dodge. % of your damage will heal you. Increase life regeneration, reflect damage back. Okay. I also got to remember we can do this kind of dodge thing. What are those? I don't know, but they sure can run us over. Okay, so we're going to have to utilize this dodge a lot more. And so far, we haven't gotten something that can increase our little magic punch thing as far as distance, and that's, I would pick that in a heartbeat. Oh, I hate that when I turn that it's not changing direction of my blast the way it should. Ugh. Oh, that's gonna get to me so much on this. I think that's probably the worst part of this is the way that the controls are. Because otherwise, this could be kind of fun, but the controls are what's getting to me. And a lot of it, I think, is because it's not meant to be played with a controller. I mean, as you can see even at the bottom there, where it's like spacebar, left mouse, all that. Like, they don't even change. That doesn't even change when you're using a controller. Like other games would, it would shift over to, oh, it's being used by a controller. These are the buttons. This is what it is. So, again, I said that before, that nowadays, I don't understand why you would make a game, especially one of these, without having the option of having it optimized for your controller or for, mouse and keyboard. So that would be a big complaint that I have. I know for some people that's probably not an issue, but for me, it surely is. Summons other enemy types and special goo attacks. Okay, so it just spews goo everywhere. Okay, and the goo is not our friend. Okay. So the goo has a much farther reach than we have on our gun, so we have to get closer. Right, so I think the ratio of what some of these enemies have as far as like their attacks versus what we're able to do. Swift, cast speed, half damage, no. Blunt, half damage, no. Concentrated, 100% damage, half area effect. Well, how about we just don't do any of these? Jeez, they all suck ass. Try concentrated. Area of effect, increase area of all. No, let's do that since we just got rid of some of our area of effect. Try to get to that treasure chest again. Ooh, we're almost dead. So yeah, so I hope this is at least giving you an idea of what this game offers. Would I recommend it? Ultimately, I mean, if you've got nothing else to do, if you don't mind playing these kind of games with mouse and keyboard, I wouldn't recommend playing it with the controller the way it is right now. Which, of course, I don't know if they even have any plans of ever fixing that. I don't know how old of a game this is. So that would be my main issue, would be the controls. And again, mouse and keyboard, it may be different as far as how easy it is to control, but I'm not going to attempt to do that because I play these games with a controller, and I do that for a reason, because I do not have the proper control and dexterity in my left hand to really do well, especially if it's something speedy. So, alright, so it's game over. This was Spell Defender. I don't know if I can defend it. You saw what the gameplay looks like. Again, I think that the controls are wonky, especially using a actual controller. If you like to play these with mouse and keyboard, I'm sure it'd be a lot more fun. So, it's only a couple bucks on Steam. You know, make your judgment there. I would say that I'd play this quite a bit if the controls were different. So, I mean, I'm sure if I go into settings, I might be able to switch some of the stuff around, but I don't know as far as like the twin stick, how to change that if it's in the settings. So I don't know. It's for me, I'm not like big time gamer where I can optimize all these controls and stuff like that. I'm sure if I took the time to, I can, but I kind of approach this as just like, you know, I'm just a casual gamer. I want to have fun. I'm not here to be a professional Spell Defender player, you know. So you play it. If you do, let me know in the comments what you think. If the controls are as wonky for you as they are for me, like I don't know, they just feel off. Let me know if you play with mouse and keyboard, if you have a lot of fun with it, and yeah, how far, you know, are you able to get very far, especially your first time playing, things like that. Of course, we got better over time, so even with the controls being a little bit off, there's a learning curve either way. So yeah, so that's Spell Defender. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the next video. And as always, especially playing games like this, we try to be like a sloth and keep on hanging on. Thanks.